440 miles of range, 3 rows, an $80,000 starting price, and 6,000 pounds of towing capacity. Those folks are the specs of the newly announced Lucid Gravity. And mark my words, folks, this SUV can do more to Lucid's brand image than anything the company has done over its 15-year tenure. So why exactly do I believe that, and how can this SUV potentially resurrect Lucid from a dimmer-looking future? Well, folks, those questions are exactly what I'm going to address in this video. But as usual, folks, before we get into it, make sure to drop me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So to start things off, folks, let's first address the specifications the company has released around the Gravity and exactly where it falls into the competitive landscape of full-size SUVs. Now, you guys have already heard most of the important specs of this SUV, which is expected to start production at the end of 2024 and get into the hands of customers starting January 2025. What we're talking about here is an SUV that is roughly the same dimensions as a Tesla Model X, but has almost 20% more interior capacity. We're talking 112 cubic feet of space versus around 82 cubic feet of space in the Tesla Model X. Not to mention, the Gravity can be fitted with a 3-row setup and 7 seats, where the third row is actually usable, unlike in the Tesla. And this interior space and design, folks, is exactly what Lucid is betting on with this vehicle. The Lucid Air was the company's first vehicle, and although reception for the vehicle has generally been very good, the main issue with it is that it's a sedan, and it's a sedan that most of the time costs almost 6 figures. Trust me, folks, there's plenty of people out there that prefer Lucid's design language, comfort, and interior quality over that of Tesla's Model S. The only issue has been the vehicle is much more expensive than the likes of more affordable cars like the Model 3 and Model Y, and in a time of recession and slowing growth, this kind of expense is exactly what people want to avoid. And at a time when global auto OEMs are canceling their sedan lineups because of dwindling demand, this kind of product simply was not destined to succeed nearly as much as some of the other more mainstream electric cars. And that right there, folks, is actually what creates opportunity for Lucid Motors. Now that they've launched an actual full-size SUV, they have the opportunity to capitalize on a brand new set of customers who are much more likely to be investing in a 6-figure SUV than the folks that are buying smaller sedans. Especially in North America, people love their crossovers, their midsize and full-size SUVs, which is why the Lucid Gravity makes so much sense at a time when the company is struggling to really gain more market share. Similar to how Porsche now started manufacturing SUVs over the past decade in the Macan and the Cayenne, Lucid can take the same role for the electrification race, especially because Lucid knows very well how to make efficient, compact, and timeless designs for their cars. Not only can Lucid now attract a much bigger market size in North America, but also do so with much better gross margins on each vehicle it sells, because as we all know, the general trend for luxury SUVs is having a lot more profit than those of sedans. As for what the company can do to stand out in such a saturated segment, well, unlike most of the offerings in the space, Lucid's vehicle can not only qualify for the federal tax credit of $7,500, but it offers one of the highest ranges in all electric vehicles, with also one of the best and most spacious interiors. This will make the Lucid Gravity the undoubted choice for people who want to transition from their gas-guzzling V8 SUVs to a more practical electric one that is cheaper to run and offers much better technology and design as a future-proof going into the next decade. And as you can see, people that are around 6 foot can fit comfortably in the quantity of 7 with baggage for each in this one small vehicle. And the reason why that's so impressive, folks, is because not only is the Lucid Gravity the exact same length as the Model X, but it is smaller than the Rivian R1S with more interior space. And as you can see, the highest trim on the Gravity also provides more than a 90-mile range benefit compared to the Model X. And I don't know about you folks, but I much prefer the design of the interior at the bottom than the one at the top. Although Tesla tries to maximize its software utility, it certainly does sacrifice on interior quality as well as build quality, including the removal of practical features like a bigger screen and even basic things like stocks. What's more is that instead of integrating gimmicks like flying Falcon doors, the Lucid actually focuses much more on practicality, like second row doors that can open 90 degrees, as well as a frunk that can double as a seating area for 2 full-size occupants. Air suspension comes as an option with 23-inch rims with an augmented reality head-up display as standard, along with a 34-inch 6K screen that spans all the way from the driver to the center console. At least from the video footage and images I've seen, this is an interior that I would personally want to be in. And in the heat of EV competition, this kind of unique design is exactly what you need to stand out. All in all, folks, this makes the Lucid Gravity one of the most compelling EVs, at least on paper, for the next 12 months, and something that can certainly help turn around Lucid's business. But as usual, folks, that is just my take on the situation. So let me know your thoughts on the Lucid Gravity down in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.